It is the Full Circle with myself, Bridget Masinga on SAfm, leading the conversations that move the nation. We're catching up now with Saul Bierman, who is the founder of the Hands-On Foundation and co-founder of the Bierman Brothers Group. And with a new year underway, the importance of education needs to be at the forefront of public consciousness, and our guest this afternoon is on a mission, and he's going to tell us more about what they have under the cards. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much. Very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Much appreciated. So let's start at the beginning, because your own personal challenges, by way of personal, professional, kind of led you down this journey of founding the Hands-On Foundation.
Correct. So, yes, I left school innocent at 8, and I was told I'm a failure. I'll never make it in the outside world. I went to technical college, and I lost all my friends and social life, and I vowed one day to bring technical education into the school curriculum. And 30 years later, myself and my brother Paul and Jan de Waal, who was the principal of Wynberg Boys, we made our dream come true, and we built the first ever technical and engineering faculty that's part of a school and a part of a school curriculum. And we changed the curriculum of the education system.
I mean, share with us a little bit more about that, about sort of how you move from, and we were just talking to Professor Corbus now, who detests the word failure used in context to learners, that have not succeeded in the matric certificate attempt. So he'd be quite happy to hear you also just championing the fact that there's more to life after that. Share to us about how you move from that moment, and how you sort of, as a young man, a young adult, trying to also find your way and cement yourself in the world, then you have this rather grand idea, of establishing a technical engineering faculty.
Yes, so I think what's important, everybody thinks that, to go to school, it's all about academics, all about achieving, all about getting the distinctions, and it's all driving to one point, and all schools compete with each other about which school does better. But they're forgetting about all kids are good at something. It's the school's job and project to find where each kid is good at something. Not all kids are academic, and today there's unfortunately no other way or vein for a kid who's good with his hands, or technical, or in art, or in music, or in culture, or it's all about one stream. And that's why the Hands-On Foundation is driven to go and build technical and engineering faculties as part of the school curriculum. It doesn't mean that you have to be an electrician or a plumber. It means that this facility opens the opportunity for you to be an engineer, or for you to be an architect, or for you to be a tradesman, and you are learning the technical skills or the drawings at school level, and you are learning the practical at school level, so that when you leave school after grade 12, one is you can immediately be employed, or there are certain companies that are looking for these kids, like they go to universities and look for accountants and lawyers who finish them and offer them apprenticeships or jobs or bursaries. So it's an auto feeding system, where at school it is important, because a kid doesn't know when he leaves grade 12 who he wants to be and what he wants to be. It's very important at the school level that the school finds what that kid is good at, and to guide that child, that when he leaves school, he makes the right choice.
Yeah. And I mean, from what I understand, your faculties are really under the umbrella of, and I'm using air quotes here, of, conventional or traditional high schools. The first one that you launched at Wynberg Boys High School, that was your first project. And I think what I also like about them just being at, again, air quotes, normal high school campuses, is that it takes away this sort of stigma that at times was associated with technical high schools. Because I went to school in the 90s in KZN, and there was a technical high school in KZN, but, we often shunned at it, thinking of it as lesser than, because why are you in a technical high school? Obviously, as an adult, you see the error in your thinking as a teenager, but at the time, that's kind of the attitude that's leveled towards learners who are acquiring technical skills.
Absolutely correct. So when I left to go to Maitland Technical College, I was labelled as doff, as stupid, as an outcast. Me being dyslexic with learning disability, there was no hope. And your teacher tells you that you're a failure, you're not going to make it in the outside world. And today, or many years ago, we were the biggest building company in the Western Cape, and today probably one of the biggest developers in the Western Cape. And all I have is my electrical degree as an electrician. So yes, it's for me to help through the mentorship program, through the scholarship program, to help all those kids who've been told differently, to give these kids of today hope and opportunity to dream. And we can change South Africa together.
Absolutely.
We want to roll out these schools in all areas, in rural areas. We just joined forces with Leap School, the Leap Foundation. And in 3 months, we built in Crossroads and in Langa the first classrooms for grade 10 in both schools. And in Langa, we got 27 kids, and in Crossroads, we got 23, of which half are female, which is amazing. So you have females who want to be engineers, who have females who want to be architects, you have females who want to go into the trade. So it's an amazing opportunity. So when these kids are at school, our program is that they go and work in the field once a month. They can go work in their field during school holidays, and after school they are immediately employable and can earn money. Absolutely. And can further their studies. So these kids of today need hope, need to dream, but need mentors like myself and thousands and hundreds of thousands others to give these kids guidance and give them direction for their future.
Absolutely. Listen, when you talk about trades and females in trades and, folks getting into skills-based careers like plumbing and electricians, I'm a big advocate for that, because I know that's where the money lies. I know that is where the serious money lies. If you are focused and you have an entrepreneurial mind, you can really, the sky becomes the limit for you if you enter in those two avenues. And a lot of times, again, because of our own social upbringings and our own sort of projections, we look down on these careers. And these are folks that own homes in Plattenberg Bay. So let's be honest about that. What have been some of the lessons along this journey, from your first project? And of course, as you expand, I'm sure yourself and the Berman Brothers group, as well as other stakeholders, have taken some lessons and probably even refined the model as you take it forward.
I think the most important thing today is, when our kids, and I've got 4 children, when your kids are born, what do you immediately do? You immediately take out a study policy or university policy for your child, and unfortunately you choose the direction of which your child is going to go, because your parents and your grandparents chose the direction for you. It's time for change. It's time for the kids of today to decide who they want to be, and for the parents of today to support their children, because all our kids are different.
Yeah.
And not all our kids are academic. I'm not academic, and there was no way for me to go. I was lost. I think it's my religion and my drive and my persistence and perseverance, and coming from nothing and having nothing to lose. But I could have gone the wrong way very easily. And what I want to do is I want to stop that. I want to roll out these schools countrywide. And the most important thing is we have the foundation. So, giving money to education to local and provincial governments, you never know where the money goes.
Yeah.
Our foundation, the money goes into the foundation. We take care of all running costs. So if you're given 100 Rand or 1 million Rand or 100 million Rand to the foundation, that money will go to the source and we are accountable. We have an incredible board of trustees.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is a foundation like us in South Africa that can actually go out there and make dreams come true and can build technical engineering faculties, have a bursary foundation, and be accountable and able to monitor these kids and to be there for them. And for them to contact us, create the mentorship program where I take on, let's say, 5 kids at each school where they can WhatsApp me and speak to me and I can give them advice. And there's 10,000 of us.
Yeah.
And we need to energize that. And while the results in South Africa were good, they certainly should be better. But maths and science needs to be improved. And what's great about our system or our curriculum, so if I'm at school and maths, maths sometimes kids freeze. I froze at maths. And what you can do, so if you're not great at maths and you say, listen, I'm going to go into the trade, I want to be a plumber, electrician, you can do technical maths. That means you still get a matric certificate, but not an university exemption. But you've decided your fate of who you want to be and where you want to go. So it's very important to be able to tailor the curriculum for the individual, and all kids are different, and we need to look at kids differently and not have one shoe fits all.
Absolutely.
So it's time for change.
Absolutely. How important is the community involvement as well as public support, for the success of a program such as like this? Because it almost strikes me like it's a collaborative approach. You need the buy-in from the schools, you need the buy-in from the faculties, and also you need the community to rally and support. As you mentioned, it's time for change.
The amazing thing in the Wittedrift community, which is in Pietermaritzburg Bay, has been absolutely incredible. We went to go see the mayor on the Wednesday. By the Friday, I met the principal of the school, Wittedrift School. By Friday afternoon, we had appointed an architect and project manager. We went away, we drew the plans for 3 weeks. We came back. On the Friday, we met with the school board. On the Monday, we had school approval. And we are now on a fundraising campaign. And we need to break ground in February in order to finish this faculty by the end of this year in order to open up for next year. And we're looking to partner with the Western Cape Education Department and all other departments and all other government departments. We are not going to be in one area. We're also looking to do joint venture with private schools. The LEAP school currently has 8 schools countrywide. They had a 100% pass rate at Diepsloot.
Yeah.
We want to build technical and engineering faculties, and with LEAP School, we want to grow from 8 schools to 20 schools. And all we need is funding.
Yeah, funding's always the thing, but you're definitely onto a stellar program here, and I think there's probably room for a lot of the associations and bodies that govern these various, technical and trading sectors to come on board for school programs such as this one.
Yes, and also, everybody wants to make a difference. Everybody wants to grow the country. Everybody wants to look after our kids and the youth of today. Everybody wants to give to education, but no one knows where to give it. Here's an opportunity to give it to the Hands-On Foundation. We administer the funds, and we will guide the funds to where the donor wants to put the funds. If it's into technical skills, if it's into bursary, if it's into build, and yes, we're going to change the face of South Africa, with government or without government. It's time for change. It's time to stop talking, and we are doers.
Love to hear it. Sol Beerman. Yes?
And the word no is not in our vocabulary.
It's been a pleasure talking to you today. All the very best with the Hands-On Foundation. It sounds like you're off to a great start. That was Sol Beerman, founder of the Hands-On Foundation and, of course, co-founder of the Beerman Brothers Group that are championing this initiative.